Just a quick message today as I am hosting the Zurich project event this week. Look forward to that. Obviously, the SpaceX IPO dominating the conversation right now. I think it's about to go public in 10 days or so. And the valuation being sought can only be described as surreal. It is just a sign of the times. There's no justification whatsoever in the numbers for it. But if I had to wager, I think it'll go off successfully, and then we'll see what happens from there. Obviously, a lot of rumblings around index inclusion and the indices basically changing their rules to potentially put SpaceX in the index much sooner than would be the case normally, or that would be the case according to their own rules. So certainly a lot being done to get to the valuation that Musk seems to be seeking here. So that's certainly something to keep an eye on. It could mark the top in the market, but those kinds of calls we know are futile to make. So the best we can do is just position ourselves to not take the kinds of risks that are apparently being taken by a lot of investors in the market today. I saw an interesting statistic by Mike Fritzell, who writes a great blog focused on investing in Asia. And apparently the consensus estimates for SK Hynix alone, a memory maker, are for close to $200 billion in net income by 2028. I think they give it 3 years of kind of supernormal earnings, and then maybe there's a fall off. But that number alone exceeds the highest reported corporate profit ever, which I think was set by Saudi Aramco in 2022 at around 160 billion or so. So we're definitely in uncharted territory here with a lot of the numbers coming out of the AI complex. There's obviously huge valuations being put on Anthropic and OpenAI. I myself am using AI a lot. I'm definitely a bull when it comes to the adoption of AI and what it can do. That said, I think we need to be able to keep two conflicting thoughts in our head at the same time. So while we agree that AI is truly transformational, that it can do a lot for humanity, for productivity and so forth, we're also seeing a lot of crazy behavior in capital markets, and the two are not mutually exclusive, as we saw during the dot-com boom of 99-2000, where the internet has certainly been transformative, but anyone who was part of that boom and bust knows that when these things overheat and then we have a bust, that it can be quite violent and provide, frankly, great opportunities for entry into some of the leaders, like back then Amazon. So those are my thoughts for now. I'm gonna go off and welcome a great group of participants to the Zurich project this week, the topic being building a great investment firm. It's an annual workshop that I host here for 3 days, and if you don't know about it, I encourage you to take a look. Maybe you can be part of it next year. Have a great week ahead.